Hi everyone, welcome back to A&D's World. We are
Denis
and Alicia. This is a series where we're sharing with you guys our story. In the last two videos, we've been sharing with you guys how we met and how we became friends, and this will be a continuation of our story. A little disclaimer before we continue with our story. Anything and everything that we say in our channel, it doesn't mean that we're right and everybody else is wrong. Definitely, it's been a learning experience for both of us, and if we had to do it all over again, I'm sure we would do a couple of things differently. Would you agree? Yeah. So just wanted to put that out there. You want to add anything?
No.
Okay, so we'll continue with where we left off in our last video. We were talking about the Miriam story. So Denis was dating, and you'll understand why I'm doing this. Denis was dating a girl named Miriam. They were in school together. She was a Muslim. She was from the Middle East.
Yeah.
And so everyone around us, so our friends, his sisters, everyone knew that Denis was dating Miriam at that time.
Even your mom, right?
Yeah, even pretty much anyone. And then was dating Miriam. So Denis, tell us about your girlfriend Miriam. So who is Miriam? How did it happen? So why were you flirting with me if you were dating Miriam?
Everyone around us knew Denis, and they knew I was always one point or another dating someone. So if we were friends and obviously I wasn't dating anyone, it would look suspicious. And yeah, Miriam's story came up. I started dating Miriam. People would ask me questions about Miriam. I'll show them pictures. I'll show them our text messages. Because once in a while, friends would get a hint that something might be going on between us. But then that was after she had broken up. But then I'd be like, yeah, no, I've got Miriam. I'm good. I'm happy. So I'd show pictures during holidays and weekends. They'll be like, oh, why don't you invite Miriam over? But then I'd be like, she's in Pittsburgh, which is like 4 hours away. She's busy. She's doing that. I'm doing this. So there was always an excuse, but there was always messages, phone calls, and pictures to validate what was going on.
So who exactly was Miriam?
Well, it turns out Miriam was a bunch of different people.
Combination of a lot of people.
Yeah, Miriam was a combination of a lot of different people. Primarily based off of Alicia Miriam Kumar, which is her. Miriam was her middle name and is her middle name. Her parents kind of forgot about that, I guess, at a certain point.
Because I don't use it.
Because she doesn't use it.
Yeah. When I was baptized, I was given that name.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
You're learning a lot.
You're learning a lot. Her friends didn't know that. So yes, on one point, we didn't lie because we told everyone I was dating her. They just didn't know it was her I was dating. So Miriam was, in essence, her. Yeah. But then we took the persona of one of my my school friends. She's gonna kill me if she finds this out. Her name is Lena. She's in Pittsburgh. She's from the UAE, so we took that persona. And because she was far away, it was easy for us to, mess with. And I saved her name on my phone as Miriam. So the text messages I was showing people was, in essence, text messages between the two of us. And we would be together sometimes. And I would be showing them messages, and she'd be messaging me on the side.
From the other corner
of the room. And people would think it was coming from Pittsburgh. Like, oh, invite her over. Why is she not coming? So that's part of the cover story that we
you can be straightforward
to get along with the program and feel confident enough to come out and tell her parents, tell her friends, because again she knew the backlash of having to date someone from a different race, and especially someone from Nepal dating a black guy, which a guy we met a couple of years ago said I've never seen this combination before.
yes yeah, no, Denis portrayed that very nicely. So if anyone is still confused, I'll give you the very straightforward version. So we had started dating, and I wanted to keep it a secret for a little bit, like Denis said, until I found the courage, basically, to tell everyone. So that people wouldn't get any hint and think that we're dating. We created this character called Miriam, which was me, but like he said, a persona of his friend, so that people won't know that we're dating. Like Denis is dating somebody else, how can he be dating me? So that's the whole Miriam story.
Well, but before that though, at the end of the last episode, we found out some interesting information.
What?
All right. It turns out my blabbering about her being married and engaged and all that wasn't totally false. Because in essence, she was.
No, I wasn't!
At the end of the last session, I found out from Avia, which is Alicia's sister, that she had a promise ring, which that was my first time ever hearing of it.
Okay, so how do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
I feel betrayed. This huge part of your life that I never knew anything about, right? And I'm not familiar with promise rings or whatever that means. So we have our producers are going to come in and share with us what it means, what a promise ring means in Nepali culture. Because I'm still not. Wait.
Okay.
What's first of all? There's no first of all. You lied.
In Nepali culture, there's no promise ring, and everyone who's gonna be watching from Nepal are gonna back me up. We don't have promise ring culture.
Okay, but did you have a promise ring?
I had a ring. It wasn't an engagement ring. It wasn't a diamond ring.
Okay, but it was a what ring?
It was just a ring. It was a present.
No, you call it a promise.
Oh, you can call it a promise ring. That's fine.
What? Yeah, it's a promise ring.
Okay. It's okay. We could call it a promise
ring. All
ring.
right, so come in and tell us what the ring was and how it all happened. You can sit.
You can sit.
I don't want to sit.
Okay, you can sit at the back.
It's like a ring that you give to your significant other that's like promising commitment to them.
It's promising to marry them eventually.
Committing.
It's like a pre-engagement ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he gave it to Alicia, that means he was promising to marry her someday.
And then she was promising to marry him.
Yeah, and it was
it's
not an engagement ring, but it's like a pre-engagement ring.
Okay.
Like a promise to engage.
Okay.
So what happens when you break that promise?
You find somebody else for yourself.
No, we're asking the pros here.
What happens?
You
when
lied, so you can't have a say. You need to Google it.
I'd imagine. I don't really think it means like. I don't know.
It doesn't mean you have to go to a dungeon somewhere.
You're
and
cursed.
yeah.
You're cursed. You have a curse.
Oh, you're trying to figure out if I should be punished or not for breaking a promise.
No, I'm not.
You know
It's
that
proper
breaking.
to return the promise ring.
Okay, there you go.
Oh.
I
So
don't even have the promise
now
ring.
the $1 million ring.
ring?
Where's the promise ring?
I don't even have the promise
So where
ring.
is it?
It broke, and then I threw it out.
When?
I was.
That has to be bad luck. If you threw it
No,
out.
it broke.
When?
When I was working.
Where?
Remember, I was working at that rental place. Like me and my mom used to work together.
Okay.
There, even my mom knows.
Was
it
it
got
before
stuck in a machine?
Before us or after us?
What do you mean before us?
Before we start.
Before.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So okay.
I make another promise. It was before us.
Okay. So did you return the broken ring?
I trashed it. I took it to Nepal with me once.
And then you returned it or trashed
And then we tried to like fix it, but and then we trashed it.
So you trashed it together?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Not
there's
together.
No
It wasn't like a ceremony. Okay, let's trash our promise ring together. But it wasn't fixed, so I trashed it.
Okay, so they trashed it.
Together.
So,
Were you
What's
with
together?
Were you with him?
Probably, yeah.
yeah.
Probably.
So they trashed it together.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So thank you for sharing that moment with us. So you want to tell us how the whole promise ring thing came about?
I don't know. It was I think it was I was leaving for America, and then and it was just a present, you know, like because long distance relationship can be hard. So it's just a reassurance saying like, you know, no matter what, we'll be together. Yeah, he gave it to me before I was coming to America, and I put it on.
Okay.
And I guess like the breaking up the ring was a now that I think about it, that we were not meant to be together.
So like an omen.
Sure.
All right. Back to Miriam.
Miriam. Yeah,
Okay.
that was Miriam.
Okay.
So until, you know, like I felt comfortable sharing that we were dating, Miriam existed, and now Miriam is a lovely story.
More, yeah. So up till this point, everyone before that who knew about Miriam always thought it was a different girl. Mm-hmm. But yeah, during all that time, I'd get invited over to Alicia's home by her mom or her dad for Momo parties, dinners, for lunches.
Everyone loved him.
Yeah. So on that side, things were good.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to, you know, I'd get there. Oh, there were times her dad would ask me, "Oh, so are you dating anyone?" I'm like,
yeah. I remember that he would ask you.
He'd ask me those questions, and I'd say, yeah, I'm dating Miriam.
I think I think he even like told me once, like, oh, so Denis is dating the Miriam girl. He seems like he really likes her.
Yes.
So let's talk about how the friendship kind of shifted into like a relationship.
I don't think for me it ever shifted, because it was always the same thing from day one. Mm-hmm. There were days where I'd have to bottle up how I felt, but outside of that, it was always the same thing for me. So yes, there were points that things progressed from just being acquaintances to friends, and then to a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And I think during the last session you mentioned something about how we both have different ideas of when our first date was.
Yeah.
You never shared what yours was.
I shared. I said Mad Max.
Okay, Mad Max.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess, would this be a good point to talk about our first kiss?
Wait, when was that? Oh, yeah.
You wanna go? She doesn't remember.
I remember you were dropping me off at Trenton train station.
Okay.
But I don't remember that park that we went to.
Okay.
Do you remember the name of the park?
No.
So
but I know exactly where it is.
Okay, so I was visiting my friend in Jersey, and Dennis was kind enough to drop me off to the train station. It was the Trenton train station, and I remember the park, but it was on our way to the train station. We stopped at a park just for a little bit, just to chit chat, spend some time. I didn't know we were gonna kiss. Did you?
I didn't plan it.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't planned or anything. Okay.
Yeah. So we got to it was a mall. There was a mall. So we went to the mall first to grab something to eat.
Yeah.
And then there was a bird park right around the corner. So we decided to drive to the bird park. We got there. We got down. We didn't really walk around too much. It was nice out. So we took the Jeep with the top down. I remember I was wearing the hat.
Yes.
Right.
I'm loving the details.
I had my hat.
Yes.
We were chatting. We're sitting in the Jeep. We're talking, and then you remember Frank?
Yes.
So there was a homeless guy who I guess he was walking around the park. I'm not sure he was homeless. Maybe he just looked homeless. But
yes, but there was a guy like walking around.
Yeah, and then he came and he's like, "Oh, you guys make such a cute couple."
Yeah.
He started giving us advice. He gave us 2 pieces of advice.
Yes, I don't remember.
Neither do I. I think one of them was something along the lines of
one
happy wife, happy life.
He said like make her happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something along those lines. And then the other one, I forget, but it was very profound. And I think we went back and forth trying to figure out what his name was.
Yeah,
and
Frank.
I think it's Frank though.
Yeah, no, it was Frank.
So you took my hat, you put it on your knee with your white shirt and your plaid pants, where you were going to New York. And then we're talking, and I got out in the car, came around to the other side, and then this part you tell well, so I'll go ahead.
There's no part that we kissed.
Okay.
No, it was because I remember being very nervous, because like, not nervous that oh my gosh, like we're gonna kiss or anything. It was just like I don't know. Everything was like I don't know. I guess like the change and like different. Does that make sense?
No. Does it make sense to you guys?
No.
So it was like, it was like the whole progression. Like it was in my head, it was all like, oh my gosh, like I'd never thought, like a few months ago, I'd never thought this guy even like existed. I'd never met this guy. And now, like we met. Yeah, so a few months ago, I didn't even know. I'd never met you, like, and then we met, we became friends. And at this point, like, it wasn't even like where we were like full on, we had started dating. Like we had just started hanging out, just the 2 of us, other than like, our friends and all of that. So it was like a very, very initial phase. And like we said, we had never like kissed or anything. So like 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 when somebody's like when you kind of have that like that moment, you feel it, like okay, we haven't kissed yet, but like we're going to kiss. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to explain. So I remember being a little nervous, and also probably because like I knew what was gonna come.
What was that?
once I because I was starting to fall for you. I was starting to really, really like you. So then I knew if I was going to be in a relationship, I had made it very clear from the beginning that it wasn't going to be anything wishy-washy. If I like somebody, if I want to be in a relationship with somebody, I'm serious. So I knew it was heading some direction. So I knew, so like you mentioned, I knew the backlash too. And it all the kiss and being in a relationship, it all adds up to forming a relationship and me telling everyone. But the kiss was good. If that's what they're going I don't know what other details to give.
Okay. Yeah, so that was a nice, experience.
Yeah.
And maybe one of these days we'll take you to the park and take you to exactly where it happened for the first time.
Yeah, we should go. We've never actually gone back there.
Back there. Yeah, that's true. It's about 45 minutes from here.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that bad a drive.
Oh, really?
It wasn't that bad a drive back then either.
Yeah, back then nothing was as bad.
True.
And then I remember I was just spending the night at my friend's, and I was coming back to Philly the next morning, and you came to pick me up in the morning.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Was I drunk?
Okay, so yesterday, I have to add this. Yesterday, I was telling Denis that while we're looking at the flashbacks of all the texts and when we initially started talking and everything, it feels like it was a completely different person. Yeah, and he proved it just right now, because he dropped me off, and it's like he said, 45 minutes drive to Trenton. I was returning back the next morning, and he came to pick me up with breakfast.
See, I don't remember those things in detail. So
Things
she could be making it up.
No.
If we don't have a picture to prove it.
Oh gosh, no, you did come to pick me up with breakfast, and you dropped me off at work.
You didn't go home to change?
No, I had to go to work straight, so you dropped me off at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Between then and this point, we visited some of my friends for different events, either baby showers or parties. Mm-hmm. So my friends all knew that, I was dating her.
Yeah.
But everyone that knew her, even if it was through me,
Didn't
know. They just thought we were friends, and I was dating someone completely different named Miriam. So thank you, Miriam. You played a huge role.
Yeah, I think we should let Lana know.
I'm not trying to get killed.
Yeah. No,
But
yes.
yeah.
Thank you, Miriam. Yeah. But this will even talking now, it's I feel like even years after, if we look back and talk about or even think about this story, it's gonna play a significant role.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right. That is all for today's Andy's World story. We'll be back next week with more fun stories like Denis mentioned. Until then, don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe to Andy's World. Bye.